today we're gonna look at some very how do I say this? Useful designs, I'm sure. I'm just gonna talk about last week real quick, and then I'll just draw until he's there because I might as well. So, I usually stream 2 times a week, and last week I did not stream at all because, well, on Wednesday it was deliberate because, basically I'm quite busy with school at the moment. So I was like, maybe don't stream twice a week, because it's not that I don't have time to edit, because I like to edit for my YouTube videos. It's not that I don't have the time to edit. It's that I have less time overall, and so I just don't feel like editing. So we're only going to be streaming once a week now, until I have vacation again, which is that's not too long off. I didn't stream on Friday either though, and that is because I have hay fever and it got terrible. We're gonna see how it goes today. It's not that bad at the moment, but it was terrible Friday. So I didn't stream because of that, because I couldn't concentrate. I didn't feel like even doing anything. So yeah, that was fun. So still no Rain World. I did get a drawing video out when I finally got a little better and I could do it, although I am not necessarily happy with how it turned out. Like, I was at the time, but again, I couldn't concentrate at all. And now, I'm not saying it's bad, it's not bad. It's just not what I had wanted for it, so probably redo it at some point.
What are we going to even look at?
I don't know, when we were doing like testing for this, or I guess testing, whatever. Like, we just looked up hammer designs and we got some good stuff and left it at that. We didn't really see anything. We just saw, okay, this is the good stuff. This is where it's gonna be. Oh, actually, before I forget, just to be sure, let's turn off mature content.
Oh, good one.
I think if we look up hammer design, it should be fine. But you can never be sure because it's the internet.
Yeah.
Where do you find your mature content again? Let's go with safe mode, just to be sure.
Yes, and press save on safe mode.
Yes, I know. So we did like hammer design. Alright. Oh my god.
Oh, we're already...
I looked up hammer! This is not a hammer! This is not a hammer. None of these are hammers.
I mean, they would kind of work.
I guess, but they're not hammers. Odin weapons. Okay, that makes sense. Like...
Ah, yes.
I mean, I guess...
This is a hammer.
We only, like, when we did this just together, we looked up sword designs, right?
Oh, they
I
were
guess
so
this
scuffed.
is different, I guess. Oh, I just realized they're Odin's face.
Oh,
There's like,
soft.
all of them are like, they have a beard,
Oh, yeah, I see now.
they have a helmet, and they have the horns.
I see that now.
Is this? Is that like soft? Or is
You
that...
mean the beard.
Or is that... Because it seems to be a different material from the actual beard. So I feel maybe it's like soft. In which case you can hold it. Like maybe you can hold it here.
And you have a little bit more
If you can't though.
leverage.
If these are like just actual spikes, then you cannot hold this. By the way, we should mention this is not criticizing the art, because look, they look beautiful. Okay, they look real good. This is criticizing the utility.
We basically apply physics to mythical weapons.
Not even mythical. We were supposed to look at tools. They were hammers.
The fantasy stuff.
Which
Like
one
a
of these is
physics
a
and
hammer? I guess maybe this one kind of classifies as a hammer. I don't know what this is. Is it like a magic wand? I don't know. What is Odin the god of? I know it's the king of the gods in Norse mythology. Do you call it? I don't. Whatever. I know he's like the king. I don't know what his powers are though.
Discovered weapons.
I guess I like how the blade, like the dagger. I don't know if you would call it a dagger, but like the knife is like this, the same as the sword, but just the blade has shrunk. It has this weird spike on it.
That would... How would that slice?
It wouldn't.
Yeah. It would just... No.
I think this axe might be like a... is it a throwing axe? It's very short. But then this is very heavy to throw.
Yeah, it probably means a very short range to just
Even then.
come close and find out.
Even then. Alright, I say we go to the next. By the way, all credit to the artist. Like,
Yeah.
unless they reposted it, but looking at the profile picture, I think it may be
Wait,
fine.
credit to the original artist.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, there's already way too much to look at. Let's look at this one.
What is that? It looks like a pencil with...
Yeah, it kinda does.
What? I mean, those weapons would work. They're just easy weapons.
Yeah, they're good. I like this sword in the middle here. I like that one a lot.
Oh.
These are kind of similar. Oh, these are by the same creator. Oh, this is for Thor. Okay, that's why they look very similar. Okay.
This looks actually like a decent hammer for once.
Yes, but apparently it's like a hammer where you like strike down.
You know how hammers have that thing
Yeah,
on the
no,
back?
no, I can see what
To
this
pop
is.
nails out.
Yeah, you mean like this?
It's pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, that too. Yes, yeah, it can only be used at the edge of the table or whatever you're like using this
How
on.
did you get one
Oh
of the
my
most
God.
fundamental? Well, kinda if you can get it on there, you know, no.
Oh my
You got all the fundamentals of a hammer wrong.
Yeah, but like, look
thought
how
that's a
they're
great
holding
design.
it here. I think it's meant to be used like you hit with this bit. Oh, but also with
You hit with
also
the
with
front
this
part.
bit. You hit with both, or is this just for this area?
Well, the rear part, the split part, is basically to pull out nails out of wood.
Hold on.
Merge between it. I thought I recognized that logo. The Z is just noticeable.
This is a hammer designed on a car.
I mean,
If you really want to,
hammer.
I would not have drawn that comparison. I don't see a car in this thing.
No, but like based on styles
You
of the
do.
car, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the one next to it,
Well, this
with the
very
purple.
big black one.
yes. Yeah, but the ones next to it,
Oh, they have like a crow design. Actually, wait, no, this one has a crow design. These only don't.
Like the hammer and the axe, I think could work. Although the axe might be top heavy. Like,
yeah, I'm not a fan of like double. What do you call it?
Oh, if it bounces off of something.
Sided.
If it bounces off.
No, that's not the issue with it. The issue with double-sided axes. This is not for wood cutting axes. There, it makes sense to have two, because if one end gets blunt, you just turn it around and then you can move on without having to sharpen it first. But in a battle against a human made of flesh, if you have a battle axe with just one side, it will be heavy enough to just go through. Like, sure, it has to be a little like sharp, of course.
Oh, that way.
Yeah. And
if you hold an angle, it will drop.
Not necessarily. If you have this second side, it just becomes very heavy and it becomes harder to use. And if you say, well, then if it's same with woodcutting axe, if this edge then gets not sharp, then you use this edge. Again, against a human, that really doesn't matter. Because if they don't wear armor, you'll go through anyway. If they do wear armor, even if it's sharp, that doesn't matter. You'll just like get a dent in the armor.
My window is open, so if you like, you just could just hear it on Discord, but really good. There is a windows open and some motorbikes driving through the street, which you can hear.
I see.
But I don't care.
I don't mind this sword. This sword is decently cool looking.
Wait, isn't that the side?
Is it about the side of this one?
It might be.
I don't think it is, because that would imply, because like this is like double-edged, and this is clearly just one edge.
Oh yeah, I can see that now. Yeah.
Oh, and also this one's like the yellow lines here, and this one doesn't.
Yeah, fair
enough. And the bird
yeah.
face. So I think there are two separate weapons.
Yeah. We haven't found anything you put yourself on.
I like the design of it. This is actually a decent hammer.
This is like, alright, you want function, here you have function.
Yeah, no, I like this one.
Like it's properly connected, meaning you have some strength connecting the wood to the metal.
Yeah, but also it doesn't look like too heavy or big or anything.
It just looks like, yeah.
Like, it's weaponized. Yeah, it's like a spike, but I mean that exists. I don't know why when we look up hammer we only get weapons, but I expected tools.
Everything can be a hammer if you hit hard enough.
Does the title "Engineers Look at Epic Hammer Designs" still hold up if they're all weapons?
We looked at a hammer design, so yes.
Wait. We looked at one design, so it's fine.
Wait, the one below that, below what we just looked at.
This one?
That axe.
Is that an axe or a hammer? I think it's a hammer.
The green one is a hammer. That would work, only the material might be questionable.
Yeah, if this is actual like emerald or something, that's gonna shatter.
And just a one-hit use.
Yeah, I guess it would deal damage.
The sword... the hole in the middle?
The sword has a hole. It's one-handed, but it's very thick for a one hand.
I mean, that has to mean it's very thin, otherwise you're gonna get too much weight on one hand. And it's just going to be unwieldy.
Yeah, but if you're gonna have it that thin, it's not gonna hold up.
And also, we might have finally a first thing of you cut yourself.
Well, with this thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The edge goes all the way down, meaning if your hand even slightly loses grip and moves, like, or you move your hand open too quickly.
I don't think so. I don't think there's an edge on this side.
Maybe on the bottom part. So like maybe you hit something, your hand slips through.
I don't know. I
You get hit with a certain point.
think it's only here.
Yeah, but the one side will, like, you have a tiny little edge. There's a tiny little
Oh,
one.
there's a little point. I don't think that's gonna matter.
Also the back. Why would the back need an edge?
Yeah, that's a bit strange. You can put a spike or a hammer here, but like a knife? I'm gonna call it a knife. I don't know what I'm calling it.
If you put a spike on the back, you at least have something to pierce with.
Wait. Oh no.
What?
I thought this was a magic wand, but I think I know what this is.
What is it?
Look, it's like a mace,
Yeah?
but double.
Which, if wielded correctly, might be.
No, there's no reason to have a double mage. Mace.
I mean, what you could just move one side forward and then swing the one side back and hit with the other. Like one side can be for the head and the other can be for the knees. Just
Yeah, no, that's not how you use a mace.
a mace is generally just
A mace,
swing.
you just hold it down here so that you can have the most like moment, and then you have the
Oh
most
yeah, momentum
force.
is a thing, yeah.
Yes, and then you have the most force. So if you have a double edge, what are you gonna use that for?
I don't know.
Like, that's just in the way. It's not as
Well,
bad as that
definitely.
like double flail in the
No,
Batwoman.
No, but
Like double flails exist, but they have like both the flailing ends, like they're on one side basically, right? They have both like two flailing things there. For those who don't know, let's see if I can find it.
also a quick
That-
physics lesson. Momentum is basically like, I don't know how you call a moment in the Netherlands.
Yeah, just
That's just it.
yeah,
But it's
sure.
basically
It's momentum.
force multiplied with the
Oh.
distance between.
You immediately
Where
get
you hit
shad. But
Oh, I
yeah.
see how bad that idea is.
yeah. You should watch this video where he reviews this thing, because he actually goes insane from this, just thinking of how you would use it. But
Well, you could get one successful hit off on both yourself and the enemy.
yeah, no, that's the whole thing. Like this, this is just gonna go anywhere.
The only way you can use this correctly is hold it horizontal and just start spinning.
Like, okay, I'm calling it now. Nothing we're gonna find today is dumber than this thing. This thing is actually the dumbest thing that has been like unironically showed off. Because there's like a movie with like red nunchucks, but that was ironic, you know, like that was supposed to be a joke. This they showed off as an actual intimidating weapon.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. And I'm gonna call it now. We're not finding anything dumber than that. Oh my god!
We might find something dumber than that. Hey, Jim, are you regretting your own words?
Oh, I don't
You're
think it's
regretting what you said
dumber.
already.
I don't think it's dumber because this has less chance of actually hurting the user.
Ooh, but the bottom of that. Oh no.
But what is it? It's like a mouth with blades. Can it actually
How
chomp?
heavy would that be?
I don't know. Can it chomp? Is it
Just-
sentient?
Well, then it would not be smart to carry it around.
I don't know. There's a lot of stories with sentient weapons. Though, if
Yeah.
it's gonna, it does look like it would try to eat the user.
Yeah.
This one as well, by the way. I just
It looks like
noticed.
a flail, but with.
It's just like a
tentacles.
squid, but it does have blades sticking out of it. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
too, but-
Wait, I think only this edge is sharp.
No.
I don't know what edge on this. I think this edge. Wait, what do you do with that? Like this edge is sharp and this edge is sharp, so you have to like thrust it.
Scissors.
Yeah, basically. I don't know what the tentacles
Non-functioning
add.
scissors.
This sword Wait. How would you hold this sword? The edge is on this side, but the guard is on this side.
You'd cut yourself.
How do you... This is only for reverse slashes or something? Like what?
Like, you basically, it's two-handed, so you have to hold it from the sides.
Like, I suppose there are spikes, but that's not what you want.
You have to hold it from the sides with both hands, which means you can look at the full distance. And the other one is just a stick.
God, this is amazing. Yeah, this one is like the best out of all of them, I think.
It's a stick.
Oh
we all know
God.
that sticks are powerful, but...
I will say, I do love this one. I do think it's kind of cool.
I mean, it is, but still.
Oh my lord. What else do we have? We have... Okay, that.
Wait, I see 10... How many?
Jeez. Oh, you're right. Alright, let's investigate. I
Wait,
haven't
let's
seen this
investigate
one
on
yet.
what...
That's just... Wait. This is someone who designed 100, apparently.
Ooh.
Alright. Actually, most of these are pretty decent. Like, this one is fine. This one is fine. This one is a bit odd with a cross guard. That would not be
with
comfortable.
the shapes on the blade.
That would not be comfortable. Yeah, that's also a bit odd. So, okay, not...
If you
this
use
one
it
is
as a
not...
thrust...
I don't... Yeah, no, I don't like this. I don't like this one. This one... I get the design, like it's beautiful, but you will hurt your hand.
Also the thing, it will shear off at the bottom. You get one good hit off and it'll just snap and you'll just be stuck with that hand.
Yeah, there's a chance at that. This one I don't necessarily have problems with, except that this here will make it a bit unbalanced.
You need to be that thick.
Yeah, exactly. This is a axe sword.
Zax.
Wait, it has like the Legend of Zelda heart in it. Like that's literally the Breath of the Wild heart container. What is this thing? It doesn't have a point.
It's just like, alright, we have this plank with a handle on it.
Exactly. It would work though. It would not be necessarily a bad sword, you just couldn't thrust with it. This thing is fine, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
You're gonna get yourself.
Yeah, I don't know why. This thing gives me like fighter jet vibes.
There is an edge on that.
Yes.
So basically, if you move it the wrong way,
yeah, you
or
will
hold it like at a 90-degree angle, and you move it wrong, or your wrist slides up, because you thrust into something.
Well, not even. There's not that much space here for your hand, honestly. It would also probably be a bit heavy. This thing is pretty cool. I like that one. That one's decent. Okay, this one is interesting. Because there is actual swords that kind of look like this. With like this going on, except it's more like, what do you call it?
I don't know.
Asymmetric, how do you, I don't know, it's not, I don't know, like a squiggle. Like, it's not like symmetrical like this, you know, it's like...
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating it right now because I'm using a mouse, but you get the point. That exists.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence on this. I think it might be fine. This thing, though.
You can hit it once, but it would get caught on
what
you hit.
How would you do draw cuts with this? Like,
You would have to do it the other way. You would have to thrust.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's not
Like
happening.
let's say for fishing,
Also-
this would be amazing.
The fishing sword. Also, there's nothing preventing your hand from sliding onto the blade.
You know what would be funny? Just instead of using a fishing rod or just a spirit gun, just using this and go swimming underwater.
Yeah, I
It's like the
still
sliced
think
fish.
you'd be better off with a trident. But, there's
Yeah,
nothing preventing your hand from sliding down to the blade.
you cut yourself.
There's a chance. This
I am
thing...
recording this, by the way, and there will be a counter on screen of how many times I've said you'd cut yourself.
This thing... It's kind of odd, because this guard is, like, circular. Which...
Yeah, but it's just some rings.
Yeah, but that's fine. I think... Here's the thing. Ring guards exist, but they're generally, like, in this position, the rings would be, horizontal. And
There's
not...
one horizontal ring, and then like,
Yeah.
it looks to
Like,
be like
basically,
6 vertical ones.
You would have the cross guard, and then on this side would be the ring, like right here. That exists. Would this work?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think there's a good chance that
No,
if it
but
catches a
at the bottom
blade,
of the
it will
sword,
launch
no.
off. It will bounce off.
Dude, it won't even hit the cross guard. Look at the design. If you slide
Yeah.
your sword off it quickly,
You know, that's the thing. It will
first
just
of all
bounce
go from
off.
The top. Yeah, but it'll go from the top. It will go down, hit that little edge at the middle of the sword,
I mean,
go back. Then it would slide off the big bulge at the bottom of the sword, straight past the cross guard, straight into you.
I think the chance of that happening is not that big. But if you
But with the
try
cross
to,
guard-
like, it could. But if you try to even guard with a cross guard, that same thing will happen because the rings are like this. So it will just probably hit this side and bounce off.
Yeah, but if you look at the shape,
Yeah,
It
no,
will
I get
just-
what you mean. But I just
it
don't
will
think
just
in an
slide
actual
straight
battle...
past it straight into your hands.
Yeah, I don't think in an actual battle that will happen too often. But just when you try to guard with it, it will probably happen. Is this thing
Yeah.
heated?
It would be heated the wrong way around, though. Like the tip is hotter than the base.
Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose if the material can handle it,
Without bending.
yeah, exactly. Though generally with materials, if it gets to this, that probably means it's going to bend. But
Or melt.
yeah.
It would bend under its own weight. Just-
Though I suppose if you have something with like real high like heat resistance, I think it could handle this.
Oh no. A floppy sword.
Would it like fire swords would work? Would I heat it? I think a heated sword would kind of have the same effect as a fire sword. That it would be very intimidating to fight because you just would
Yeah.
not want to be hit by that.
Also, could a heated sword actually function like
Yeah.
if the material's hot, if you pick the right steel, it is more heat resistant than
you would
normal
need-
steel used in swords.
You would need
Could
something.
you melt the
Well, that's the thing. If
Would you
it's
just
steel, no. A sword that's heated to this point, no. It's not gonna work. But if this is like a fantasy, that's the whole thing here. I know you could say for like something like this, maybe it's just a fantasy material and it's just like, I mean, clearly it is like a crystal that could balance out the weight. That's the point here. We're looking at it actually realistically.
That's the fun of it.
So if it's something like, I don't know what this would be made out of, we're just gonna guess the weight then, based off of the profile.
Yeah, but with
With
a hot
this?
sword, if you
If
you
with steel, no, it would not work. It would break instantly.
Yeah, but if you
but
use
if you have something that can handle it, I think it would work so long as your handle does not burn your hand.
if you pick the right steel, there's a higher melting point than what's usually used in normal swords.
Yes.
Then you might get away
Yeah.
with getting it just hard enough that it wouldn't melt,
Yeah.
but hard enough that it would melt the other sword. You just have to hit it for long enough.
Yeah, the longer the fight
actually
goes
start.
on, the more risk the opponents have of breaking it.
Or just your sword becoming so brittle that it
Or just armor?
just stab it onto armor, it just melts through.
Yeah, you're right. If your material can handle that kind of heat. But then again, the more heat this has, the more it's also going to affect you, because it would also heat the air around it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get hot, especially with armor on.
Yeah, that is why it's so intimidating to fight heated swords, because like Shed has a video on on flame swords. And one thing that Nate mentions is that usually he looks his opponent in the eye and just goes off of that. He was constantly looking at the fire sword because he was just afraid of it, you know? And he was way more defensive than he usually is. Because it's hot and terrifying.
Yeah, also where do you get the fuel from to keep it hot?
I don't know. I don't know what this guard is, by the way, but it has like cogs.
Probably cogs would actually be great instead of a ring. Use a cog because a cog stuff gets in between the teeth.
Yeah. At this size, I'm not sure on that, but yeah. I'm not sure. Did they have like a function, or is that just decoration?
I don't know.
Maybe they are for the mechanism to keep it heated. Speaking of heated, this is literally just a katana, but on fire.
Yeah.
So, yes, it would work. Moving on.
96.
This thing. Where do we start on the mountain range?
At the lowest point, I guess. Like, the top part is fine. If you have an edge on that, you could easily just slice.
If this was the entire sword just all the way through, that would have been good. What is this?
A mountain range.
Yeah, and actually,
it needs to draw some trees.
like, it's literally, it's just, this will get stuck on everything you hit.
If it's a mountain range, just get Bob Ross here. He can just
You will fix
make
it.
a background. Some trees.
Like, it already looks like a starry night.
No.
Oh wait, wrong artist. But okay. Also, this is a very tiny guard.
You can stop your hand.
I-
Just not another sword.
I honestly don't see how a Suba is better than a cross guard, except for maybe slightly more maneuverability in the wrist. But this is not gonna guard anything.
It's going to stop your hand from moving up to the blade, but it's not going to stop another sword from going to your hand.
No. Alright. This thing.
Blade
It's-
pretty decent.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Don't know about the side things. They're the small little blades on the side.
Yeah. They have an edge, I think.
Yeah, it would be great for catching other swords.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. This would be good for guarding. I think this one would actually be decently fine. Like, it also, by the way, it looks like it's like cooled off or something.
Yeah. Oh no,
I think it'd be fine.
the next one will be cursed.
Well, now, what is this? Okay, first up, no edge on 80% of the thing.
First of all, you'd cut yourself because one thrust There's no crossguard to stop your hands. You just slide over.
Yeah. Well,
Where's
I don't know if
the
you would
iron
cut your
top so
hands.
you
You
can
just get in here if it
stab?
really goes bad. And I don't think
Yeah,
there's
but
an
if
edge
your wrist
there.
is on the wrong side, you are going to cut your wrist.
Yeah, but like, how would you even, like, it gets stuck on anything, it wouldn't cut anything, because, like, as I said, 80% of it does not have an edge.
It would be more of a thrusting weapon, but then again, why would you
No,
need
not
three?
even! Look at this! It would just, you would, maybe, I don't even know if this has a proper point. It doesn't look like it, but if it does, you would stab something, and then it would just stop, because it's like this.
Yeah. And at that point, your hand would slide forward.
Yeah, then you would thrust your own hand into these little spiky things.
You'd cut yourself.
Oh, this
I'm
thing is
glad I'm recording
glorious.
this. This will be so fun with all the amount of
Okay.
times you said you'd cut yourself.
This thing would be fine. I'm assuming this is like for hanging it on your back or on your belt.
Yeah.
Like,
Could block. Maybe a little bit of the sword.
I guess.
But you're not using that part anyway.
Yeah, I think this one is
It's too
fine.
close for comfort.
It doesn't really have a guard, but I think it would be fine. Because it's quite long.
Just almost use as a spear. Just hold it out in front of you with straight arm and just swing it around a little bit.
Yeah, I like this one. Now, what is this Eiffel Tower? Like,
Eiffel Tower looking.
yeah.
What in French Eiffel Tower is this?
Is this what French swords look like? No. Honestly, it has like the Eiffel Tower, but then it's also like yellow with like the sun king. What's his name again? King Louis the Sixth. Is the sixth? I don't think it's the sixth.
I don't know.
I don't know. He was like he was the center of the universe. You know, like he made like an entire palace, like Versailles, to keep an eye on all the nobles because he invited them to live there, but he didn't install toilets.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no, that building actually didn't have toilets, so the people would, you know, do their needs behind like curtains and stuff.
Imagine waking up, opening the curtains, and just finding out somebody
A noble's
the big
turd.
shit behind. Oh no,
Oh.
the smell.
Yeah, no, it smelled in there. Genius. All right. Oh wait, we should probably talk about it. It's fine, I think. I mean, I feel this guard might be a little heavy because of these two like pillars, like. But outside of that, I
Yeah.
think it's fine, honestly. Like maybe this should be a little more down with these like teeth, maybe a little more down. But outside of that.
That's one of the best
Somehow, yeah.
designs.